Welcome to our channel. Today, we are going to learn how to ask about tipping customs.
I am so ready for this. I always get nervous when the bill comes while traveling. I never know if I'm being rude or overly generous.
It's a common stress mark. Tipping, or giving a gratuity, varies wildly across the globe. By the end of this lesson, you'll have the perfect phrases to handle any bill with confidence.
Let's dive in before I owe someone a fortune by mistake.
First, let's look at the word gratuity. This is the formal term for a tip. You'll often see it written on receipts.
So if I see gratuity on the bill, that means the tip is already there?
Not always. Sometimes it's a suggestion. Sometimes it's mandatory. The key is understanding the local tipping customs. In the US, it's expected. In Japan, it might be rude.
It's like a cultural minefield. We need to know how to ask to be sure.
The most useful phrase you can learn for Europe and many other places is service included?
That saves me from doing math, right? If service is included, I don't need to add more money.
Exactly. Let's practice a quick scenario. You are the customer.
Got it. Excuse me, is service included in the bill?
Yes, sir. Service is included in the total price.
Perfect, thank you.
What if I'm in a place where I know I have to tip, but I don't know how much?
Then you can ask a local or the concierge, what is the standard tip around here?
Is it usually a percentage?
Usually between 10 to 20%. Asking about the standard tip shows you want to be respectful without guessing.
It's better to ask than to be the tourist who tips 5% when 20% is expected.
In casual settings, like a cafe or a taxi, you don't always need to calculate a full percentage. You can just round up.
So if my coffee is $2.50, I just give 3?
Exactly. Or you can leave your spare change in the jar.
I love that phrase, round up. It implies you are keeping it simple.
Let's try it.
That will be $4.50, please. Here is $5. You can round up the difference.
Now, if you are at a nice hotel or fine dining, we talk about hospitality. The expectations are higher here.
This is where I get sweaty palms. Do I tip the person who opens the door?
Sometimes, in high-end hospitality, it is polite to have small bills ready. You might ask the front desk, is it customary to tip the bellhop?
Being prepared with cash is key for hospitality settings.
All right, Mark, let's role play. You're in a new country and don't know the etiquette. You see a local friend outside a cafe.
Okay, deep breath. Here I go. Hey, before we go in, I wanted to ask, what are the tipping customs here?
Oh, it's very relaxed. We usually just leave some spare change.
Good to know. I didn't want to offend anyone.
Don't worry, service included is the norm for food, but drinks are different. Two big words to remember: mandatory and discretionary.
Mandatory means I have to pay it, right?
Yes, like a service charge for a large group. Discretionary means it is up to you. It is your choice based on quality.
I definitely prefer discretionary tips. It makes me feel like my opinion on the service matters.
Precisely. If you see a charge you don't understand, you can ask, is this charge mandatory or discretionary?
I hardly ever carry cash anymore. What do I do then?
You simply ask, can I leave a tip on the card?
That is a lifesaver phrase. Sometimes the machine doesn't have an option.
Correct. Let's practice that interaction.
The meal was delicious. Can I leave a tip on the card?
Certainly. The machine will prompt you for the gratuity.
Great. I'll add 15%.
Thank you very much. What about when we go out for dinner with all our friends?
Ugh, the nightmare of the group bill. We have to split the tip.
Yes, you need to agree on it. You might say to the table, shall we split the tip evenly?
Or if someone had steak and I had a salad, we might calculate separately. But let's split the tip is the easiest way to keep peace.
Here is a classic movie phrase. Keep the change.
I use this in taxis all the time. It makes me feel cool.
It's efficient. It tells the worker the transaction is done.
Let's enact a quick taxi exit. That will be $18.50. Here is a 20. Please keep the change.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Okay, tough question. What if the service was terrible?
It happens. If the tip is discretionary, you can leave less. But check if service included applies first.
Can I ask to have the tip removed?
If it was really bad, yes. You can say, "Could you remove the discretionary service charge, please?"
That sounds polite but firm. I like it.
Let's practice a misunderstanding. You think you've been overcharged. I'll be the server.
Okay, looking at the bill. Excuse me, I see a 20% charge here. Is this the gratuity?
Yes, that is the automatic gratuity for parties of 6 or more.
Ah, I see. So I don't need to leave anything extra on the table.
No, sir. Everything is covered, unless you wish to add more.
Understood. Thank you for clarifying.
Remember, Mark, knowing the words is half the battle. Knowing the cultural etiquette is the other half.
Right. In some places, tipping is actually an insult because they take pride in their job without extra money.
Exactly. Always do a quick search on tipping customs before you travel.
Being a respectful traveler means playing by their rules, not ours.
Physically, how do you leave the tip? Do you leave it on the table?
I usually leave it under a salt shaker so it doesn't blow away.
In Europe, leaving it on the table is common. In the US, you often hand the credit receipt to the server.
And in some places, you must hand the cash directly to the person to show respect.
It's a small detail, but part of the hospitality dance.
We've covered a lot. Let's review the top 5 essential phrases.
Number 1, is service included?
Number 2, can I leave a tip on the card?
Number 3, please keep the change.
Number 4, what is the standard tip here?
And number 5, is this charge mandatory or discretionary?
Memorize these and you are golden. All right, everyone. Now it's time for you to listen to natural conversation. Mark and I are just 2 friends at a bistro in Paris.
Oh, nice. The food was amazing. Let me look at the check.
It was delicious. Does it say if the service is already added?
Yeah, it says service compris. That means included, right?
Yes, but the waiter was so nice. Maybe we should leave a small token anyway.
Good idea. I have a few coins. I'll just leave them on the table as a thank you.
Perfect. That fits the cultural etiquette here perfectly. Scenario 2. We are at a trendy burger joint in New York.
Whoa, Emma, look at this screen. It's suggesting a 30% tip. Is that the standard tip now?
Don't panic. That is just a preset. It's an expected range, but you can choose custom amount.
Okay, phew. I was going to say 30% seems like a lot for just grabbing a burger.
It is. Just stick to the standard 20% if you're happy. It is discretionary after all.
Done. I'm tapping 20%. Thanks for the reality check.
Last practice. Just chatting about our travels.
You know, the most stressful tipping experience I ever had was in Egypt. I ran out of spare change.
Oh no, that is vital there for hospitality. What did you do?
I had to buy a pack of gum just to break a bill so I could tip the driver.
Smart move. It is always good to keep small bills for a small token of appreciation.
Lesson learned. Now I travel with a pocket full of coins.